Diesel mechanics repair and maintain diesel engines that power buses, trucks, ships, trains, and other vehicles. To repair these vehicles and diagnose malfunctions, they inspect parts and systems, check batteries, and adjust wheels. Being a diesel mechanic can be a physically demanding job. Despite this fact, diesel mechanics are in great demand and employment opportunities are growing in this field. Today on 48 Hours, we look at the career of a diesel mechanic. 48 Hours, own your future. Calvin is a driven and ambitious young man who customizes sports cars as a hobby. He wants to become a diesel mechanic because he believes diesel engines are the future for majority of vehicles on our roads. Let's get to know him better.
Libizo Calvin Marco, Kenali 20 from Tembis. Student ko college ke motor mechanical. Favorite subject taga motor mechanical because karata look sa koloi. Ntoki ratanga this career diesel mechanic. Or the coloi dibe shapu, Kohono Luki Salzona, Lewasawa de Rila, one bad fidi dili sharp. Go watch your Rivacono recognize a Kaguente, and then Kikere from the lesson from our main to Tewo free Arwante experience. No Ravaya or Michan Minchaka Tewo, wheeling diesel mechanical, Arvayan Robatena.
Teboho is a diesel mechanic at Cummins, South Africa. She spends her days inspecting parts for upcoming projects and building engines. The highlights of her job include the rebuild process of an engine and having a satisfied customer at the end. She's very excited to share her experience with Calvin.
Thanks for invite Moki today. So, Kushinaga Matome Go and Naire with Livian Rokono. Mechanical, diesel mechanical.
Ke bile diesel mechanic because ne ke bona banyana ba sokola ka montle. Maybe motho tire outside and then and then go and all that. So ne tse ke lengwana a ne ke gola ne tse ke lengwana le batlang o ratang go khotla feel around even conclude. So ke thomile ke dira electrical and then after electrical then I saw an opportunity into mechanical and then ka dira mechanical and I was a bit clueless for mechanical king. I thought it's mostly cars, and then luckily then I got here and then I was exposed to engine. Okay. So then my interest even became more.
Why are you passionate about this career?
I'm passionate because mostly young women are afraid of it. And then what makes me even more passionate is that I'm able to find faults, I'm able to know other things, I'm exposed to a lot of things that maybe young people are afraid of or are wondering how to get them. So yes, that's what makes it and drives me even more every day.
Is it challenging or this field?
I'll be honest with you. I think back then it was challenging because it was more on hardworking and so. But now that we do have technology, we are moving to the fourth industrial. So things are becoming much more easier. So the only challenge that I could say it's in your mind.
So in the qualification or this course or this career diesel mechanical.
Technical subjects. Should you go to the college, then you do mechanical, diesel, or FETA. Should you go to varsity, then you do mechanical, electromechanical. It's abroad when you go to the university. But after doing all that, you still need to go through the apprenticeship, which is a training that qualifies you to be, to give you a trade for you to be able to be qualified mechanic.
So go university, actually, parutisang pila diesel mechanical.
Okay, go university. You learn theory most of the time. And practical, it will be there and there where you be placed in a certain company, and then you do practicals. So that's why after that you need to go back and do the INSEV or you do your apprenticeship where you're going to be doing the actual work on a daily basis for you to be able to increase your knowledge. But basically, at the university level, you need to do subjects that are in line with your mechanical course.
Kidding to do this every day, usually.
So what I do every day, obviously, we're going to start with safety. check the place around and everything, and then we do our meeting.
Okay.
I'm going to take you throughout the whole day, and you take morning meetings, which is the teamwork, encouragement, and everything. Then we move into our departmental meetings. Then from there, then you go to your own department to check as well, is everything safe? Because you know this industry might appear to be unsafe. So after that, I do cylinder heads. That's my department. And what I do on the cylinder head is that I unpack them, I clean them, I measure them. After measuring them, then I'll assemble them back to the jig, and then we put on the exhaust manifolds and deliver them to the next station. So that's what I do every day.
Thanks for answering my question, and thanks for your time.
Okay, sure. You're welcome. We can go and check some of it.
Okay.
Coming up after the break, Teboho shows Calvin how she uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to correct the faults in diesel engines. Welcome back. Before the break, we met Calvin, who wants to be a diesel mechanic. 48 Hours introduced him to Teboho from Cummins, who spends her days assembling diesel engines. She's going to give Calvin the experience he needs in this career. Let's see how they're getting on.
So Calvin, part of my job entails job safety analysis. So you need to first check your safety and for any hazard, so that you can be able to work safe. So we're now going to do a visual inspection, and we're going to check if there's any loose components or any clamps that are probably they'll be off. And then from there, if we are happy with the side, then we're going to check that side so that we can be able to see if everything's okay.
How to work on engines. I'm an advisor around the Mola how feel on troubleshoot how to find the problem, go the engineering.
So the side we're going to start with our oil level, making sure that it is on the right level. If it's not, then we're going to top it up and see if there's the problem of the engine. So if you're happy with the whole thing and you see no leaks and everything, we have to do the troubleshooting, and we have got our software that we use. So this is an inline 6. So it's a data link adapter. So what it does is that it converts the language of the engine to the computer language. So what we do is that when this engine speaks, it speaks according to its own serial number. So when it gets to this actually translates the mechanical language into the software. So then it becomes a bit easier and quicker for one, which is a mechanical technician. Once it's connected, it will show us on the screen, and then we are able to do the task which is fault finding. So basically what you need to do, these are other parameters that you need to do, but because today we're going to be focusing on the fault, then we're going to be clicking on the fault. So basically this thing, the software tells you exactly what the fault is. So it says there's water in fuel indicator sensor circuit, voltage above normal shorted circuit, and so if you don't know what exactly is that, it also gives you a picture of where exactly the problem is. And here's our ECM, here's our water in fuel sensor, and here's our harness. So that is the connection in which we see it here. If you want to do it manually, so this is our connection circuit. Then we go down to our menu. So you refer ourselves to troubleshooting. So that was basically an explanation of what the fault is. So now we want to troubleshoot it.
What does it mean, the troubleshooting?
So basically troubleshooting is finding the problem that is occurring in an engine, car, or whatever machine. So you look deeper into what really happened. So you don't know what's the problem, So you want to follow the steps of finding your problem.
Okay.
So first step, it asks us if the fault code 428 is active. Should you think, no, am I supposed to remember the 428? No, you can still go back and confirm if the fault is 428. That's 428.
Yeah.
Then your answer is yes, right?
Yeah.
Here is the specification repair. So fault code active, yes or no? So it is yes. So this is your next step. It says yes, and you have to click on there. Then it now brainstorms the whole steps that you need to do.
Okay.
So step it right. And then, firstly, you concentrate on your left-hand side, where it's going to tell you what to do first, because we believe that there's probably loose connector, corrode pins, or bent, broken pins, pushback or moisture or anything. So dirty or damaged pins. So the pins, which pins that they're talking about is for the ECM, which is the brain of our engine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So now we're gonna have to do our troubleshooting and check. There is this here. It's the same. It's our filter.
Yeah.
So all separator. So it filters the water and the fuel. So should there be water inside, then it's gonna cause a problem to the engine.
Okay.
So now it spoke more about connection. So we need to check our connection. So since we know that this is our problem, the problem should be here. So we concentrate on the connection here, and we're checking here as well.
Okay.
And here as well, our sensors, if they are in.
Okay.
Behind this, if this is tight, we're also gonna check if this, see, it looks a bit loose. Let's put it back in, make sure that it's tight enough.
Okay.
And then you go back to your brain of the engine, which is the mother of the engine.
Okay.
Then you check if the pins are all connected. And yeah, let's go back and see if that was the problem.
Okay.
It says that our fault code is now inactive.
Okay.
So that means we have found a problem. So our engine is good to go. So now, are you comfortable? I'm going to give you a task.
Okay. So for task, the wrong check the engine. Before, so about check the problems or get troubleshooting.
So we're going to check for, the number for you quickly.
Okay.
That's 733
733
18
18
946.
946.
Yes.
Okay.
So it says loose connector.
So now we're gonna check if, as he said, there's a losing connection. So we're gonna check here if there's any loose pipes or something like that. Any connection. Yeah. Our sensors to check if they are loose and check here on the.
So what's the reason we're checking the ECM?
The ECM because it's the brain of the engine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it serves the purpose of monitoring the engine and protecting it.
Yeah.
Good.
So now we're gonna check other pipes if they are still connected or not loose. As you see, this one is still connected. Still connected. Yeah. Checking each and every. Oh, this one seems like it's loose.
Oh wow! So you found the problem.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think it's.
Okay. We're gonna check that.
Okay.
You happy with the connection now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm done with it.
Yes.
So let's check on our.
We're going back to our screen to see if your fault code is inactive now.
Yeah.
Okay. So this here serves as a control box.
Okay.
And on a normal car, we would say it's a dashboard where you'll see your warning signs and everything. And so now that you can see that it's all off and your fault code is inactive, so I want you to now start it and see if you've really sorted the problem.
Okay. see everything is off, so I must press OK here.
Yes. You go back to your software and read what it says. You switch off the key.
Yeah.
Switch it off.
Okay.
Off. Then you press OK. You follow exactly what it tells you to do.
Okay.
So it's just going to take 30 seconds. So now that's when the communication is happening between control box, software, inline 6, and the engine itself.
Okay.
So as you can see on the screen, it tells you that there's no fault code detected in the ECM. You can go ahead and start the engine to see if it's really working.
Okay.
Wow, so well done. You can switch it off. Well done.
Thank you.
Calvin, from what I saw from you is that you are eager to learn. So go out there and be positive about it and go for it. So every opportunity, take it as a learning curve. And all the best.
The 48 hours. So diesel mechanical is still a career choosing. According to new technology, it's totally simple.
Coming up after the break, Calvin meets entrepreneur Tsepo, the owner and founder of Singers Mobile Mechanics. Before the break, we met Calvin, who wants to be a diesel mechanic. 48 Hours introduced him to Teboho, who showed him what it's like to work as a diesel mechanic in a state-of-the-art workshop using diagnostic tools. Now we introduce him to entrepreneur Tsepo, who has a more hands-on approach to his organization, which provides a mobile service to clients.
So, gibil tazile monati mawani li 48 hours. Mone ke potsar dilo di felitse ona. Bang hook pale ba tshaba bang again ba bangwe. So, today ko tlhakana le Tsepo, o ileng entrepreneur ya diesel mechanical. Ke na le ideas ntse ke iphishe ko yena. I hope o tla rata. Ara ba tsene.
48 Hours went behind the scenes to give our candidate the lowdown on who he's about to meet. Let's hope this gives Calvin a leg up with his pitch.
Ke kadile ho developer ntona ya ba diesel mechanic maybe around 2007 2008 when I realized I need to have a certain skill seloring le nna nka bana le sona for me to contribute ka ne ke na le bokae 22 23 somewhere there I ke sure mara it's somewhere there, so that's why me ka develop this thing ya I had an option ya ke petrol, but I liked diesel because it was much broader than a petrol. I was working for a certain company, then during the time of recession, then I noticed hey, I need to give something even if I can lose my job, at least I can have something. So that's why me this thing ya diesel mechanic. I'm actually running auto diesel repairs. I'm actually doing diesel engines, diesel cars. I even do diesel generators. I sometimes get customers who want to do diesel generators. So what inspired me was that because the economy is sort of going down because of unemployment, and now that the government is talking about small business entrepreneurs, so there's a huge gap there. So I saw to it that if I can just contribute in terms of small business entrepreneur, then I can be able to contribute into the economy as well.
Kele wanda te se for vanele na today. Ko mona hanong wa on healing into ina na ngore at least nka nga kgona go add mo industry ya diesel mechanical.
The value that I think we add into this industry was that time consuming was a problem for most of the clients. Like normally tshwantse ba buke ini koloi or ba buke ini truck or ba le lukisa and all that. So now my value was to provide the service to them. like ke etse di-mobile workshop, ke etse di-mobile repairs, like bona nna ke ye go bona, o understand?
Like ba o romela address,
yeah, ba ntomele location, address, then ke ye go bona ke etse se ke se etsang. But if mosebetsi o le moholo, that's when mele re nka koloi ra isa ko workshop. But if le ke ntho tse nyane like service, the brakes and all that, we provide services to them like that.
Okay. So the challenges tseo o di kereileng or tseo di facetseng o thoma company ya o di bile bang or do treatile bang?
Chief, to be honest with you, the biggest challenge is to get customers, loyal customers. That's the biggest challenge. But being for now, I've been patient enough for to sustain certain customers. At times, are difficult. Customers are very difficult, so you need to be patient so that you can maintain for future purposes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, only advice for now as a young upcoming diesel mechanical?
Yeah, of course. This field requires somebody who's not lazy. I don't know, I my hands are like this. So you need to bend. To save it. Yeah, that's when you're going to gain experience. Especially for when you do the on-site repairs, field service, and like going into customers and all that. That's when it's a show. And you're gonna learn a lot of things when it comes to field service. How you go workshop, it's going to be simple for you. But when you do field service, going into customers, then you get to learn many things.
Now that Calvin knows what it takes to run a business as a diesel mechanic, he's ready to pitch his idea to Tsepo.
With Tsepona idea ka ne re kore na young upcoming diesel mechanical. Ne ke re ka ra so bane le placing ka khona go berekela go yona. What about ke tell the customers tsaka re berekele ko workshopong yao, and then ke gain more experience from wena, and then re tarola ke really sharp or berke didi o tle ka fela at least.
No, na botata ntate ntho ngwe le ngwe e set ka sebetsa.
Okay.
As long as you feel you gonna gain experience, really sharp, then you can sebetsa na botata.
Okay.
No tshwantse it's a so. Yeah.
We've come to the end of a jam-packed 48 hours, but we'd like to do something that makes life just a wee bit better for Calvin.
Calvin, o enjoy lo sebetsa le bona today?
Yeah, yona ke hlile ke enjoy lo sebetsa le lona ka di-trucker. So ke bona re tsona le batla nako o bana le patience.
O ka sebetsa le bona monna o sheba?
Yeah, e hlile yona nka sebetsa le lona.
Nona bothata monna o tlo sebetsa go fe vocational practical o kgono tsebo bana le experience wa bona holo mo di-trucking holo mo di-dieseling o bona.
Yona nka ithabela o bereka le lona. Ke thabele monyetla o ke lebo le chance le mphileng yona. Nka ithabela.
No monna tla sebetsa mo. Re tla sebetsa.
So nka rata o leboa mentho ya ka Teboho o nrutisitseng ka a new technology ya diesel mechanical. So thanks for that, and ke bo ke leboa le with Tshepo lena for opportunity ya khonong fa yona le yona anrutise ka ntho tse tsotlhe tsa diesel mechanical le yena. So ke bo ke mo leboa ka opportunity I'm feeling yona. Ke rata o leboa 48 hours for experience I'm feeling yona, le knowledge I'm feeling yona, le opportunity I'm feeling yona. Thanks for 48 hours.
If you want to be part of the 48-hour experience, contact us on our social media page. If you're interested in more careers, go to our YouTube page and get inspired.